Hey y'all, looks like we are live and getting ready for Tyler Glasnow's debut. The game coming up, coming up sometime around noon. Um, Arizona, I think, is an hour ahead of us, so there's that. Let's take a quick look at the lineup. So we have Mookie Betts at second base, James Outman center field, Chris Taylor third base. That's interesting. Teoscar Hernandez in left field, Austin Barnes at catcher, Lux DHing again. I really wish he was going to be at shortstop. Andy Paez in right field, Trey Sweeney. If you saw the earlier lineup card, it was missing the S. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Kevin Padlo at first base, and Tyler Glasnow on the mound. All good to see. Reactions, looking for whatever you guys want to talk about. I just want to get on a bit. I know I've been sketchier with my time with things, so I want to make sure that I'm out here. Let's see. There we go. All right, here we are. Yeah, I'm just numbers weren't coming up at all. It looked like I was dead. So yeah, we got a spring training game. Looking forward to it. 12:10. Check all the Dodger channels and all that good stuff. Wherever you can watch them, I watch on the MLB app. Still not blocked out, thank goodness. Yeah, Craig, I'd like to see. I just want to see Lux start playing there. I know that he can. I don't know what the slow roll is, but I obviously need to give the benefit of the doubt to the Dodgers. They actually do know what they are doing. So I'll let that roll. Obviously, what am I going to do? But yeah, I'd like to see him playing. That's for sure. It's more of a anticipation, kind of excitement to see him play again. And then but at the same time, kind of cool to see Trey Sweeney, Weenie. If you saw the earlier lineup card, I captured it on the channel and on my Instagram. Uh, I think he'll be ready for the season. They do this thing. Let's do all this stuff where we play him on the backfields or in the practices and all that type of stuff. But then they'll break it out. So I hope he is ready. That would be a bummer. I would think that if he was not available, they would probably see more Chris Taylor. Sure, who knows? I mean, it's good to see Sweeney. I'm excited about that. Andy Paez, so it's good to see the prospects out there. Quite a show yesterday from Landon Knack. How about that? That was really cool. Hey, Justin. Yeah, it is. It's going to be historic season. One of I released a video a couple days ago now that I did with Clint Pasillas about the legendary off season, and please take a look at that. It really has not. The views are real low on that one, but the people listen to it once they go on there. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's because I know Freddie first swing hit a home run. Regretfully, I was on the road, so I was listening to it. That was a bummer. But good to see that. Yeah, I heard about that. I still haven't been able to see Jack Dreyer. Jack Dreyer. Jack Dryer's performance yesterday. I need to. I saw him last year in spring. I got some pictures of him and some video. But I know he looked really good. I mean, it is early, so I'll temper that a little bit in my head, going, okay, well, but at the same time, it's still exciting. It just is. And there's nothing wrong with being excited about the game. That's for sure. I mean, they you go out and they kick butt, and then you see these good performances, and it's a good thing. But at the same time, today could be the complete opposite. I'm bringing up the box score from yesterday just for my edification because I know Alex Gamboa looked good. It's good to see Mitchell Taransky out there. I saw you walked a couple guys. That guy was really buried in Tommy John surgery land. So it's if you look at the last three starter or relievers, they're all lefties: Alec Gamboa, Mitchell Taransky, and Jack Dreyer. Gamboa is the one that's closest, obviously. He played in AAA last year. I'm taking a quick look at Taransky of what he did last season. Oh gosh, these. Let's see. These people are. I swear the minor league stuff. Gosh darn it, the minor league. Mitchell Trubisky does have minor stats, you idiots. Gosh, terrible. Yeah, they've fallen apart. MILB .com. So let me take a quick look. Thought he did. I know he pitched like in 2019, so I know he's got some stats. Mitchell Taransky. Because I was really excited to see him last year. Yeah, last year, okay, Great Lakes. Yeah, so he pitched 2019, and then 2020 didn't pitch, 2021 didn't pitch, nor 2022. So last year he finally came back. 36 games. One start's probably one of those little things. 42 innings, 33 hits, 47 strikeouts. The walks, 21, a little bit high. But it's good to see a guy like Taransky get going. Let's see. Looking forward to watching Glasnow pitch. Hope he goes for more than 2. I think it's going to be 1 or 2. Yeah, I just regretfully. Thanks, Sal, for the plugs. I really appreciate it. Yeah, so regretfully, again, I was on the road, so I didn't get to see Landenack pitch. I just heard, and I heard really good things. The first batter, I know he got it to like 10 pitches, but then after that was really strong. 4 Ks, no hits, no walks. You can't ask for much better than that. It looks like Gus got roughed up a little bit. Chrismat, he had 5 pitches. These are things that I'm doing from memory. As I was listening to the game, it was a real busy day at work. So once I got back to work, I was not able to even to follow it all. It was rough, and in fact, I probably need to dial into work a little bit more today. So it was one of those days. Not a bad thing. It's just sometimes things get really busy. And, it's one of those things where everything happens at once. That's important. Yeah, I want to see more of Dreyer. I know I heard Sal heard that he got up to like 96. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I heard that Vargas was looking good in the outfield. I did see one highlight of him really looking good out there. So that's good. I am a Vargas fan. I've been a fan. I'm not a latecomer saying I'm on the bandwagon. I've been on his bandwagon since 2019. So, yeah, like let's go with Miggy. Find a position for the man. Let's go. Roy Estrada's in the chat. Dave Fuller. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, and thank you for the reminder about that. Yeah, and then today, I don't even know what the Angels lineup is. I wonder if Trout plays. That's probably, I don't know what anyone cares about. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think Glasnow goes 1 or 2. I was just happy to see Nat go 2 after Stone only went 1. So that was good. I just want to see these guys get a chance, but the less innings they pitch, the more we get to see prospects, and I obviously I like that, and I'll have a chance to watch today, so that'll be good. I can't wait. Chad is playing okay. So Margot wasn't that great yesterday. Was it just in the field or just didn't hit? I was 0 for 3. Yeah. And let's see who else came in. So Drew came in, got a walk, of course. Okay. Oh, the catcher came in, got a hit. It looks like Alex Freeland came in at third base. That's interesting. Trey short, but did make an error. Swaggerty center. Ryan Ward got to come in. Gauthier, of course, got to come in, which is great. Rushing, DH had a sacrifice fly. Ramos got a hit, which is cool. And then Kevin Padlo from the Angels. He's no longer a prospect. He actually has reached his minor league. He reached his major league rookie status. So yeah, Chris. I don't even know how to say the guy's name. I'm going to just say it's okay. Oki. I don't know. I Yeah, I did it on purpose. DJ Jesse. I did that on purpose. That's why I said go look for that. I caught it before they changed it. I had to put it out there. I had to put it out there. Come on. Even though my age is very old, I'm still like a 12-year-old. Certain things make me laugh still. They never will stop. Um, Mitchell, yeah. So, yeah, Margot, I'm not worried about him yet. I think he's going to be good. I think Margot is going to be a really good ball player. I'd rather have Kike Hernandez. I hate these thoughts that Kike Hernandez might become a Gigante. That makes me sick. But the Dodgers had a chance to trade to make him to sign him, and they didn't do it. So now we got to live with that consequence of Kike going to some team. Hopefully the Dodgers can trade for him in the middle of the season. I would still sign him. I don't care what the roster looks like right now. I would still sign him. There will be room. Someone's going to get hurt. We know this. So I would sign Kike Hernandez. That's me. Um, what do you get? Okay. So the pseudo MLB executive account was really going off on free agents, on the Boris guys. Talked about Snell. Just says he's just so inconsistent and not someone that really will fit in necessarily in a lot of clubhouses and things like that. Um, Snell, and then he just goes, the market for Jordan Montgomery has gone way down. Um, and it's like, hey, the guy earned some extra money with his playoff stuff, but it's really you just got to go, what, you know, what is there? He's a good solid 3 or 4. On the Dodger staff, he's a 4 or 5. I guess he'd slot in at 4 after Yamamoto, Glasnow, and Miller. He would slot in 4 for now. But you watch out for Emmett Sheehan. Watch out for Gavin Stone. Watch out for Landon Knack. Clayton Kershaw is going to be hopefully coming back in August-ish. Roy Estrada, I don't hate this take, but Kike's going to wait until there's an injury and then sign. He wants to be a Dodger. I hope so. Yeah, I mean, and the I think the agents, they want to get the most for their players, and so what happens, in my opinion, this is my opinion, they go off and fill the players' heads, and the players go, "Oh, I'm that good. Yeah, yeah. Let's wait. Let's wait." And then these guys are missing out on, oh man, millions of dollars. They've missed out on millions of dollars by holding out like they did. The They also mentioned Matt Chapman. Just basically after April, the guy hit barely over 200, and his fielding has declined. The guy was saying, and I didn't look at the metrics. I don't have time for that. So Chapman, I don't even think he's going to get 100 million. I think he's going to get like a 2 or 3 year contract, about 60 million. That's about what he's going to get. The number for Montgomery, he had him like at 5,115. That sounds about reasonable. And then Snell, that 5,150 for the Yankees, he's going to regret not taking that. He really should have taken that, because it's musical chairs right now, folks. There's only so many spots. Now, you make room for I'm not going to say he's great, but a pretty good pitcher in Blake Snell. And when he's on, he's really good. But he also we know the warts with him. Yeah, good to see you, Carlos Davis. Yep. Yeah, JD's. One of my thoughts on JD spurning the Giants. They probably didn't give him a 3-year contract like they gave Soler. He probably would have taken that. But he's going. Wait, I have to come in and try to hit home runs in this ballpark because home runs, that's my moneymaker. So that they're just, it's not a good risk for him. He should go somewhere where the ball's going to fly a bit. I still wish there was a way to have two DHs because I loved having JD Martinez on the team. I really did. Yeah, this is so DJ Jesse. I think this is really spot on. Jesse says MLB teams are so concentrated in spring training that they figure we're so into spring training. If no team has signed them and money requests from Boris, no need to sign a big contract. Um, I think one of the things with that also. So just remember, in the middle of spring training 2022, Freddie Freeman was signed. Um, and then right before spring training, Bauer was signed and Mookie Betts was traded for. Yeah, they did say Muncy lost 15 pounds. Thoughts on Muncy? Thoughts on what you see out there? I know it's one, you barely see much. Yeah, we want to see Chung out there. That's for sure, Mike. That is for sure. Um, I don't know if they're going to bring him in. He's not even an invite, but where you'll see him is on the backfields. And that's where you get a chance to meet him too. So backfields are your friends, Mike. Everybody. That's where you go meet the players. You got to, but if they're so rushing won't be there. Well, you know what? Some of these guys will be. They'll be in major league camp a bit. They're invites, but they'll still go get some reps over on the minor league side until they're sent down. They'll eventually move them off. Yeah. You got to hit how many homers for Muncy? Oh, I think a good bet for Muncy is always just say 35. That's probably a good number. Um, yeah, Roy, I think this is what they should do, and this is what I'm looking at. This is what I look at, Roy. Exact what you're saying is you come in high AAV. So this is where I go, where I don't count the Dodgers out on any of these guys. Well, they're not going to get Chapman. But let's just say, well, let's take Blake Snell because I think Blake Snell would be awesome on the Dodgers with their pitching lab. And they're really good at mixing things up in there. So Snell comes in 1 year, $40 million. And you know what the next thing he should do? I'm just saying that he should consider doing is you get a different agent. I think that's what you have to do. Those players, if they don't get their money, they need to move on to a different agent because I know it's them, but same day there is something about the agent having a say, and yeah. What have you seen from Will Smith? I hadn't seen. Will looks like he's a little smaller. I don't know. I saw him briefly. He just looks a little bit smaller. Um, I don't know. That's just probably me. I was probably maybe because I was watching on a cell phone. Everyone's smaller on a cell phone. But Will Doug McCain talked to him about the contract thing, and just the Dodgers have not reached out to him to extend him. What about and I look at it this way. The Dodgers don't have to reach out. Why don't you reach out? Why didn't your agent reach out? Or maybe he did and he didn't want to say anything. But that's what I want to see. 40 million. I'm just throwing it out there, King Yellow Man. I'm just poop talking right now. Just throwing it out there. That is an example. So that's what those guys should do. Except Chapman. Chapman needs to get all he can right now. Bellinger, gosh, I'm just so shocked he's not a Cub. But they don't want to pay. They're not going to overpay. Why would anyone overpay right now? Still getting my caffeine. This is filled with the good stuff. Dr. Pepper Zero. Why would the Cubs are going, oh, I could sign Cody Bellinger right now for, say, 8 years, $200 million. Why would they do that? No one is offering that. And they shouldn't. Cody's numbers, we don't know what Cody is. I'm not worried about Smith right now. What I do concern myself with Smith mostly, though, I don't want him in the top of the order. I want him down like 6th. Don't make him the key guy because he's a guy you got to rest. He's a guy that has to rest. He needs to play 3 of every 5 games or whatever, 5 of 7. Whatever. I'm not worried yet. We'll see. But teams, I think, have to go, I'm just going to wait. Why wreck your payroll for years when no one else is willing to do that? That used to happen in the past. But teams are going, no, because certain teams, like if the Dodgers were to sign Blake Snell, it's not a $40 million contract if they give him that. Yeah, they pay him a $40 million contract, but then they have to pay another $35 million in luxury taxes. So that's a $75 million contract. DJJS is just preaching today, man. These players have families, relocation issues, get a reasonable contract. Let's go. Why be in this situation with agent? Look at Rendon's contract. Injury prone is drama with Angels baseball. Yeah, I mean, Rendon's an outlier on that one. He really did fall apart. He was a really, really good baseball player. And abstract. I'm going to say that. Why isn't Lux playing short? I know I want to see this. I know, but I think he's getting in the backfields or something like that. Yeah, these guys aren't going to get what they wanted. And, Boris is really good at what he does, but he's not perfect. Maybe he has misread this. But again, I'm not going to be surprised if all of a sudden all 4 of those guys sign within the next week and they're in good shape. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, this is a huge issue. Like DJ Jesse talks about, they have families. They need to, are you going to Arizona or are you going to Florida? I guess there was an interview with Chris Sale. He goes, I wanted to do spring training in Florida. That's why he wanted the Braves versus some other team that had spring training in Arizona. All this stuff matters. And when you've got $100 million in the bank or whatever, or let's say $50 million, you got all that money in the bank. Why would you? Why wouldn't you try to get what you want? Because you don't. Blake Snell never has to work again. Straight up. Unless he blew all his money on video game equipment. The dude never has to work again. And neither does his new child. And neither does that child's child and child's child after that. If he's decently smart with his money. Maybe Blake Snell and smart is not a good thing to say together. But let's just say he's intelligent with his money. He's given it over to somebody that actually knows what to do with it. So if that's the case, he can go, I want what I want. And I'm just not going to do it unless I get it. And whether it's a location with just the right amount of money or they all those things factor in. Maybe Blake Snell is going, I want to go to the Mariners. Let's just use them as an example because he's from up there. I want to go to the Mariners, but they have to at least give me a certain minimum amount. Because remember, there's also the whole players union is going to go, they're going to go, even though you can take it, they're going to go, you can't take that low amount of money. He'll be discarded and kicked in the cojones by the union if he takes a real low contract. So there's that. Does Yamamoto pitch Sunday? No, I've heard it's not going to be this Sunday. It's coming though. Let's see. Teams are tending to shy away from Boris and clients. Yeah, that's some will go for it, but they're gonna they're. I just think this market they've misread the market bigly. Look at Josh Hader. He wanted it like yeah, and I want 200 million plus too, right? But I get what I can get, and I think Hader, he landed himself in a really good situation. He's in a great bullpen. He's on a team that I think all of us can't stand them, but he's on a really good team in a really good organization that's always contending. He's probably going to get a ring out of this. That's my guess. Or he's at least going to get to the World Series. So, good for Josh Hader. Because let's put it this way. That dude goes out and just locks down the ninth inning for the next 5 years. He might be in the Hall of Fame with a couple World Series appearances and some success in there. That's where it's at. Let's see. Yeah, I think. Well, the Boris thing. I'm much more higher on Boris than most of you are. I have a friend who's his agent, and I've had some insight. Yeah, but he is what he is, and teams are going to go, I don't want to deal with these contracts. He's going, I'm getting every penny I can. Again, it looks like he's overshot this market again. It wouldn't surprise, again, I keep saying again, gosh darn it. I said it earlier, don't be surprised if all of a sudden these players get a real, signed within the next week or two and they're all in good shape. Really good shape, like closer to what Boris might want. But I think that's down to like a 5% chance now. This isn't Bryce Harper. None of these guys are Bryce Harper or Manny Machado. Remember, Bryce Harper got the huge contract from Philly in the middle of spring training. Manny Machado got his, what did he get? 300 from the Padres. Those guys were 26 years old and were really good baseball players. So let's take a look. Cody Bellinger. I love Cody. I'm a huge Cody fan. 2021, he was hurt. He was terrible. 2022, again, terrible. He had a nice 2023, not as good as the numbers would indicate. And teams are smart enough to go, that's great. You hit had X amount of home runs and X amount of batting average and all that stuff. But they're looking at metrics and going, it's not repeatable. Benji, what's up? So let me go to the chat a little more. Yeah, teams don't like it, but definitely Dave asked. They don't like it. They pay for what they can. I think it's in general. I think if you look at the Boris clients, he's very selective about, first of all, who his clients are. Not everyone can become a Boris client. He comes after you. You don't come after him. I do know that. Yeah, Boris. Yeah, the Boris clients. This has happened before. Like this has happened a lot. A few times. They got their things. They're getting ready, but where's that at? That's we're and then they're gonna have to go. Oh, time to go to wherever. And if you look at Dodgers and Padres, they freaking leave on the 14th. They start flying to Korea or something like that on the 14th of March. That's coming. What are either of those teams going to want to sign somebody? Now, if it's a pitcher, they can go, well, we'll just go leave him in spring training, which you can do. I need my drug. They could do that. Hey, Nando. Yeah. I mean, you're a power hitter. Why would you want to go to the Giants? You're trying to get, because it's probably a 1-year contract. And JD Martinez is going to be living off 1-year contracts. He might get a 2-year with some type of option. But in general, he's living off 1-year contract. And they're going to go, I want to see how many home runs you will hit. And if he goes to the Giants, it's going to be like 20. Because it's just, and it's cold out there. It's not the way you go and grab a lot of home runs, that's for sure. Right? Um, yeah, the Boris guys are just, they're just in one of the weirdest positions. And it's who's going to blink and who, and who's been, who's been, who's saved their money enough so that they're ready to do this. But none of these guys can afford to sit out. If Cody said, I'll sign a 120-25 with this, he'll be down, but you got to play right field. It's true. Cody, so even the last couple years with the Dodgers, especially in 2022, his throwing in the outfield was not near as strong as it had been before. I don't know. He was getting bad position on balls and not making real crisp throws. If you go back to 2019 when he was playing right field, dude was just gunning guys out. So there might be some regression even in his throwing. Yet, thank you on the 2K Scrubs. Scrubs. You guys are not scrubs. Subs. Yes, I appreciate it. Yep, I'm trying to work on all that stuff. And Benji, I appreciate the feedback. And if you have anyone who has feedback on what I can do to improve the show, please let me know. I want to get better. It's kind of like, well, if I don't hear anything, maybe I'm fine. But I also get geeky, and I go, oh, this thing would be really cool. I don't know if you guys saw it, but the DN guys in spring training were using this 360 camera, and I really wanted to get one. And then I saw how it behaved for them, and so I'm waiting on that. I'm not going to do that one yet. It was not working well for them. I don't know if they got it going. To be honest, it was a headache to watch. I get bothered by weird movement and stuff. Yeah, abstract. Thank you. I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, who's going to blink first? Yeah, I think the teams are stone faced. I think they hold all the cards, right? They're holding 4 aces. Does Boris have a royal flush in him? Royal flush beats 4 of a kind, right? Sal, please tell me. Sal, 4 of a kind gets beat by a royal flush. Am I correct? I used to know these things really well. Oh, Mike, you know. You're the pro out there, man. Yeah, please, yeah, likes and subscribes really likes help. Notifications help get I know people are busy. It's a Saturday. It's I have time. It does. Okay. I still remember. I haven't played poker in so long. I used to just do like penny poker and stuff. And it was always so fun. Man, I miss those times. Yep. If I was a Boris client, I would want to go to Dodgers, Yankees, Braves to have a chance at World Series, sign 1-year contract. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Thanks, Daniel. Daniel Ashford. It does. I think our perspective is different than theirs because we're going, hey, man, if I had that chance, that one chance of glory. If you go back to the beginning of that one Eminem song, just watch one shot, and all that good stuff. Wouldn't you want to take that chance, especially if you've got a few million banked? You go, I'm going to take that one big contract and I'm going to turn it into something bigger. And at the same time, I'm going to try to get me a ring. And maybe that team that I get a ring with will go, they might just go, oh, thank you. Or they just go, hey, we want you back. You were a big contributor to our World Series, and we think you have a future with this. I could see the ones and ones. Oh, you in Vegas again? All right, Sal. Did you win? Mom spaghetti. Yeah, I'm not. I just know a little, just barely any of the lyrics. I do like that song. I'm not a huge Eminem fan. I respect the talent, but um, it's not necessarily my bag. Ba, 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 ba. Well, I don't think there needs to be a deadline because it's there. It's kind of there. I'm a huge free market guy. I don't like salary caps. I don't like salary floors. But and I don't and I yeah I just yeah good job. Good job, Mike. So I kind of I even though it's frustrating, I know it's frustrating for us because we're at the winter meetings and or watching the winter meetings going, where's the moves? Where's the moves? And they're not happening, and we're just getting frustrated. Uh, and we want some certain deadlines. I do. Back in the day, there was an interleague trade deadline that ended at the winter meetings, and then on June 15th, the league to league, within your league, intra league trading stopped at June 15th, and all of a sudden it was just done. And maybe that was good, but I was always going. I like moves. I like the off season moves. And please, if take a look at the video from couple days ago. I blew it on the premiere. I didn't set the premiere thing right. I screwed up. But the interview or the Clint joining the show, Clint Pasillas joining the show. I think it was a really good conversation. It's one of my favorites. Oh, game notes. Okay, Kyle Hurt to start against the A's tomorrow. Ryan Yarbrough to start against the Rockies on Monday. All right. Good job on the game notes. Oh, man, I should be looking that up. Be there in August to watch OKC in Vegas play. That'll be cool. I'd like to do that too. Maybe I'll try to get out there. Yeah, so those deadlines, I get it. I do get it. I'm just yeah, JD Martinez, designated hitter. And the skill is to hit the ball out. He hits a lot of doubles and hits a lot of homers. And can't field, so he can only hit. So he's going to be a 1 year guy, but he wants to keep earning those 1 years. Yeah, I'm excited to see Kyle Hurt. I know some of us right now are going, man, Kyle Hurt, put him in the bullpen now, and he's a stud, which I think is the case. But for his career, the dude, any of these guys, they want to be starters because that's where the money is. Being a reliever, there's a lot less money in being a reliever. I don't care how good you are. Just look at Yamamoto versus Hader per year. Or just let's do a more fair one. Garrett Cole versus Hader. They're almost the same age when they signed, when they were free agents. And even with inflation, Hader got less than 20 mil a year. Garrett Cole is like what, 35 or something like that, 36. So, oh, Red Rock. Oh, nice. Oh, that'd be cool. We'll have to keep in contact. I'll see if I can pull that one off. Can I bring my wife? That is the question. Yeah, but if I'll get a media pass, though, it'd be tougher. Because that's I want to roll with that. So spring training, I know people have been out there. Anyone been out there on this chat? That's always I know people are having a good time. It's been really crowded. Good for you, Benji. Yep. We ride or die with Miggy Vargas. Yeah. He I even so one of the things I saw last year, I think it's just a really underrated thing. He came in, all the hair, all the jewelry. After a couple weeks of the season of just struggling, all that was gone. Clean cut. He got it. He understood that you don't get to have your drip until you earn it. You can try all that stuff, but then you look like a clown. You do. You look like a clown. So this is the thing. Go and earn it. He knows. He learned a lesson there. You look like a clown. You got all the extra stuff, and you're striking out all the time, or just not looking good. But like they say, you win 20 in the show. You can wear your dirty shower shoes. Until then, you just look like an idiot. I know it's an old school opinion. Everyone wants to have their things, but really, if you look at pictures from, I'm going to pick on Alex Verdugo. The stuff with the fake teeth and all that. Really? Is that really what you are? Let's see if I can find it. And just you tell me if this is a player that you take seriously. And if you're a manager, would you take him seriously? Really? You guys see that yet? I don't mind one dangling earring. It's just the hair and all that stuff. I mean, Verdugo just looks absolutely ridiculous. So, I don't know. I know that people go, "Oh my gosh, that's just so you're being blah blah blah." The guy with the with the teeth thing like that and the ear, he looks like a clown. And even on the right with his chain. Come on, man. And he's not a bad player. He's not a bad player. But it's like, dude, you still look silly. Sydney Sweeney. Well, it's better than Trey Weenie. This is it. I'm not seeing these pictures show up on the feed. Huh. I don't know. But yeah, these guys, they've just got to. You got to learn. It's just earn it a little bit. Earn it. I don't think he's a mini Verdugo. No, I actually know Miggy. Yeah, he has a little bit of show, but he's also he's a very serious baseball player. And so I'm one of those. I'm a fan still. Yeah. Yeah, chain of small cross fine. Yeah, yeah, you just got to what are you about? What are you about? Like, okay, when I go into work and I see these people, and they're usually out of college, and they're showing their true selves. Let's just put it that way. They don't look professional at all. I think it matters. I really do. I think that crap matters. So, gosh darn it. That scene just didn't go in, it looked like. Man. Oh well, I'll fix it later. But yeah, people could say, "Oh, you're just a boomer" and all that stuff. Hey, it's real, folks. The managers, the people that are accountable for maintaining the way the workplace is, production, money, all that type of stuff, they will put up with certain things. But why give them something until you prove yourself? Until you prove yourself. Why give them something to go, just another possible negative? Yeah. But that's, that's me, and that's the way I am. And I think there is I just think there's a way to do these things. But that's me. All right. Let's see this. Boy, my feed is way out of date there. Okay. No wonder. Oh my. It was okay. Let's see. Just prove yourself, then you can kind of do those things a little bit. Yeah, durag doesn't bother me. Durag actually, in some cases, it really is there because they've got some hair. Yeah, just produce. But if you're not producing, change it up, clean it up, get things out, get every distraction out of the way, and focus on your game. Oh, Benji brings up the sore topic, the ludicrousness of the Fanatics uniforms. This is what is called in tennis an unforced error. This was totally unforced. This is like walking into your boss's office and just telling him to FO. Just for no reason, just go in. You didn't need to do that. They look like put it this way, my oldest son's 2008 uniform where he was on the Dodgers in our little league looks better than the uniforms of today. They're about where my son's 2012 Dodger uniforms were. The other son, I let them be Dodgers a couple years. I didn't force my teams to always be Dodgers. I mixed it up. But when we were the Dodgers, we looked good. But the 2008 uniforms were choice. And they were replicas. But they still look better than what you're seeing today. They are at least balanced. The 2012 uniforms that we had for juniors level were about the same as what you're seeing today. The quality of the uniform code's not the same. It was replicas. But these look like replicas. Yeah. It looks like bootleg jerseys. No kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I'm not buying. I think I've said it before. I'm not going to buy a jersey from Fanatics or whatever and all that stuff this year unless it's a World Series winner and I'll buy the MVP. Now, I will buy game used jerseys. I do that because I'm looking for patches and stuff, but I'm still less likely to get one. I'll get one because I do want to get one to compare. They do look cheap. Absolutely. And the fact that you can't customize the pants is really silly. Players are just going to go, what? I got to check my focus here. What did I get here? But a total unforced error. And it's money. This is 100%. Where do I buy game used? Oh, I buy them at Dodger Stadium on the reserve deck where the Vin Scully press box is. They have game used stuff there. I'll just buy the cheapest if I'm just looking for a patch. I have James Outman number 97 spring training jersey. I have a Michael Bush number 84 white spring training jersey. It's sharp. I have I bought a David Price thing because it was Dave Price or no Tommy Canely. I bought his player's jersey because it also had some patching on it and stuff like that. Bob Nightingale's in the house. Let's go. So I buy different things. Sometime I will do a video where I show my collection. It's a decent sized collection. I don't have a ton of expensive stuff. The most expensive stuff I ever spent on was frickin' Julio Urias stuff. Man, got some cool stuff of his too. So yeah. And but yeah, I should do a video on that sometime. I just got to figure out the right way to do it so it just looks good, and I could talk about them. I also have like a Zach Lee spring training jersey. My son has a Arzbal, whatever his name was, Arubarena. I do have 2 Juan Uribe jerseys. Most importantly, I have a Matthew Ryan Kemp. I have a Chase Utley Jackie Robinson Day jersey, one of my favorites. I do have a Brant Brown, the Gold World Series thing. I also have things I've bought, straight off things. There's the game used ones that I've bought, and then ones that I just buy from Fanatics. Rest in peace. Yeah, I'll do that sometime. Oh, you got Jose Lima time balls, baseballs. That's cool. Yeah, that's cool because it's and sometimes those gifts, like a gift like that where you're not expecting it. Like I was for my a significant milestone birthday. How about that? My family got me a really cool Clayton Kershaw road jersey. I wasn't expecting it, but it's really beautiful. Not a game use, which I wasn't expecting, but it was significant in that way. It's always Lima time, right, folks? I need to like raise my chair or something like that. Yeah. So okay, game time. We're coming up on it. I'm gonna get some chores done. I think before that, everyone, any more things to talk about? We really talked about a lot about Boris's people. Not much about the Dodgers. Let's see. We went through the lineup briefly, and we just know that what's going to happen in about the 5th inning, everyone comes out, and then the rookies come in, which is great. That's good for us prospect people. Yeah, I love the gray jerseys, and I know most people like it with Los Angeles across it. I love it with the Dodger script on it. That's just me. My son does have a game used Jimmy Rollins with the Los Angeles script across, and it's beautiful. No, I still love the fact that Jimmy Rollins played for the Dodgers. I don't know. He's just one of my favorites. And same with my son. And the fact that him and Utley were on the same team for a little bit was hilarious. But those guys are really good. I'm a believer that Utley is a Hall of Famer, but they're definitely both Hall of Very Good. Both. Yeah, big fan of both those players. I know the Phillies dominated us in 2008, 2009. I get it. Got it. Hey, hate the team, respect the player. I guess. I don't know. I never hated the Phillies. That was just what it was. Oh, this first time you saw Knack pitch? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I got to see him live last year in spring training. I got a first chance I met him. First of all, really friendly guy. I don't know if you guys saw his interview with Kirsten afterwards, but I think he just like he's a really friendly guy. He can speak well, likes to talk. Yeah, just good stuff. I mean, we can't make too much out of it, but put it this way. It's much better to have 2 innings, nothing and 4 Ks than 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and 1 K, right? I don't care what type of spring training time of spring training it is. It's always better to be better. You can quote that. It's always better to be better. That's genius. Yeah. Breaking Ball was, yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it. I was on the road listening to it, but it was really great to hear. He just Landon X 27 this year. That dude needs to be playing in the major leagues this year. Good morning, Mr. John Rod. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah. All right, game time. A little more than an hour. Time to pregame, right? I got to figure out what I'm going to eat. I'm starving. And do some chores. I'm trying to clean up my studio. One of the things with my studio is I have this big, huge green screen. And the green screen doesn't break down very easily, so I don't. It's just a pain in the butt. So I'm going to go somehow find me a good collapsible green screen that's easy to deal with and store, because it's silly what I do now. It's just so silly. Yeah, let's go Dodgers, huh? Again, please watch the thing I published on Thursday night with Clint and myself, and please pass it around. I'm really happy with it. I was really, Clint. First of all, the people that have watched it watched a lot of it. They go through it, and so the watch time is really good on it. The average watch time. It's still only got like 300 plus, a little more than 300 views. So take a look at that sometime. Clint is at his best. He goes we talk all the way from Shohei Ohtani all the way down to the non-roster invitees. In fact, Clint brought up even more than I even put up there to talk about. So he loves him some NRIs. He is an all-star. And how could I only have 305 views or whatever on something with Clint? I know I didn't promote it right because I didn't do the premiere right. I really botched that one. Craig, I appreciate you. Yeah, if you guys could spread that around, I've kind of promoted as much as I can. Yeah, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, Aaronetic. I like that one. It was really fun to look back on that off season. It was awesome. I'm trying to think of a greater off season for any team, and I haven't come up with it yet. So I'm trying to think that through. Yeah, I've done collabs recently. I did Clint, I did the Dodgers explicit guys, and then I got shoot. I had another one too. Well, I had Trinidad on, things like that. So trying to get more. I need to reach out to Casey. We need to do something before the season starts. That's for sure. Yeah, I need to reach out. There's more to reach out. There's so many good people out there. That's the thing. But it's like, gosh, if I reach out and those shows don't do well, it just doesn't look very good. It kind of sucks, but I got to figure that out. And probably, I've changed the title on it like 3 times. Yeah, it's just maybe I don't know. I gotta look. Jeff would. Oh man, Jeff's so smart. I would call Jeff the most rational Dodger fan out there, and maybe he's definitely one of the top smartest ones. That's for sure. Yeah, and I've met Jeff, and I have hung out in person. I like Jeff a lot. He's a really good dude. Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna end it because I'm hungry. That's a good reason, right? By the way, there's a new woman at work who actually started working at In-N-Out Burger when she was 16. She saw my lanyard that had In-N-Out Burger stuff on it. So, Showtime LA, you're there. That's all right, man. That's all right. You are late. That's okay. It was more of a waiting, wife left. Time to, so, okay, I'm going to get a show in. But yeah, let's get ready to watch some baseball. Everyone's the lineup. I'll go back to that real quick. We can end on the lineup. How about let's do that real quick. Let's don't end on that guy. All right, Dodgers. We'll go through the lineup one more time. That's a good call. And their lineup. Uno Mas. All right, let's go through it. Okay, Mookie Betts, second base. James Outman, center field. Chris Taylor at third base for the first time this spring. Teoscar Hernandez, left field. Austin Barnes, catching. I'm hearing all the complaints already. Gavin Lux, DH. I'm already complaining about that. I want him at short. Andy Paez in right field. I'm very excited for that. Trey Sweeney, not Weenie, as the first starting lineup that was put out was announced. At shortstop, Kevin Padlow at first. And then Tyler Glasnow with his debut. And we talked a lot about the Boris clients. I would say half the show was that. Yeah. And yeah, Ethier is in camp helping out Miguel Vargas learn how to play left field. That's a good call. That's a real good call. Good job, Dodgers, on that. So on that note, it's time to eat. Yeah, spring training when you see Barnes hitting fifth, I know. Yep. Yeah, so the Dodgers PR put it out without the S, and I had to grab it and make something out of it because I'm a child. So, right. All right. Thanks, everyone. As always, thank you so much. And God bless. And go Dodgers.